Today we're simming the college football playoffs in college football 26. This is the bracket that we're starting off with, and our first game is JMU versus Oregon. Obviously, Oregon is heavy favorites in this game, but you never know what can really happen in these videos. Halftime, Oregon has a decent lead by 14 points, 17-3. JMU can easily come back from that, but they're going to have to start scoring it now. And right before the end of the third quarter, Oregon scores again, so that's probably going to be game. And yes, it is. Oregon ends up winning this game of 31-3, so we had a huge blow at the first game, but hopefully our second game is because it's a lot better of a matchup. The number 9 seed in Alabama going into Oklahoma to face the number 8 seed in Oklahoma. At halftime, we have a very low scoring game. It is Alabama winning only by 3 points, 3-0. Same score entering the fourth quarter, as well as Oklahoma even going to be able to score. Alabama gets 2 more points, so I guess they got a safety and then a touchdown, up by 12 points, 12-0. They score another field goal, and that is game. Alabama wins 15-0. Can we please get some closer and more exciting games in the first round? Our next matchup is a team that just barely made it into Tulane, going up against Ole Miss. This one is a blowout too at halftime. Ole Miss is destroying Tulane of 14-0. Tulane does go down and score a touchdown, so hopefully they can come back, but the Rebels go down and score a field goal, so it's a 10-point game entering the fourth quarter now. Still doable for Tulane, but they're going to need to play defense here, and they do not. Ole Miss scores another touchdown, and they pretty much ran away with this one as well. Ole Miss ends up winning 24-7. Our last matchup for this first round is going to be the 10th seed Miami going into Texas to take on the 7th seed in Texas A&M. It looks like we might have our first upset because at halftime, the Miami Hurricanes are winning 10-0. Right before the end of the third quarter, the Aggies do go down and score a field goal. So with only about 3 minutes left in this game, they're only down by 7 points. They can really come back and win this game. We have to hop in and see what happens. They're on a third down, so they obviously need to convert this first. Perfect pass to number 84, and he is taking off to be a big boy. He's got some speedsters on there. Takes a snap again and throws a perfect pass once again, and they're inside the 15-yard line. A play action pass, and it is a touchdown, Texas A&M. And with the extra point, they tie this game up. But now Miami has about 2 minutes left with all 3 of their timeouts, so they can go down and score a field goal to easily get this win. They're right around the 40-yard line already. Carson Beck throws a perfect pass. Amazing run after catch too, and they get inside the 30-yard line already. That is perfect field goal range. All they need to do is run the ball a couple times and end up kicking this field goal. But actually, they have a decent run. They're on the 1-yard line and run it in for a touchdown. I really don't understand that because now you're giving Texas A&M the ball with 22 seconds. Thankfully for Miami, Texas A&M couldn't pull off a miracle, and they end up winning this game at 17-10, moving on to the second round. So now that we have completely finished our first round, this is what our second round looks like. We're going to have some big-time games in this one. The one I'm looking for mostly is Oregon and Texas Tech, and that's actually the first one we're going to hop into as well. In this Orange Bowl, it's a very close game at halftime. The Oregon Ducks are winning 13-6. Texas Tech scores a touchdown, but then Oregon scores a field goal. Texas Tech does win back. So it is all tied up with about 2 minutes left in this game. We got to hop into this one as well. Oregon has the ball right now, right outside the red zone. It's a deep pass, and it is picked off. What are you thinking right now? Why not just go ahead and run it or take safe passes to actually get the field goal to get some points? So Texas Tech has the ball now, but they have a long way to go, and they end up getting tackled in their own end zone. It is a safety for the Oregon Ducks. They just got 2 points on the board, and they might win off of a safety. That means Oregon gets the ball back as well, so all they need to do is get a couple of first downs, and they can run the clock out and end up winning this game, and that is exactly what happens. Oregon wins this game off the safety. If there's any Texas Tech fans watching, I am so sorry. That is a terrible way to lose right there. I hope you guys don't lose like that in real life, but our next game is going to be Alabama, Indiana. Obviously, Indiana's huge favorites in this game. They're probably the best team in college football right now, but like I said, anything can happen. At halftime, Indiana is winning, but it's only about 3 points to 7, so obviously Alabama could come back and win this game, and they score a touchdown, so they're about 4 points entering the fourth quarter now. Indiana goes down and get a field goal, but still down by 1 point. Get the ball back, so they have a chance to go down and win this game. All they need is a field goal, but they only have a minute left, and it's counting down fast as well. They only have 1 timeout, so they kind of need to go quickly here. He's taking all the time in the world in the pocket as well. Throws a perfect pass, and they're almost to midfield though already. I really just don't understand why they're taking this much time off the clock though. They're just basically letting it run down. Unless they trust their offense that much and they don't want to leave any time for Alabama. And then he throws an incomplete pass. 34 seconds left. Wait, they called that completion? I swear I saw the ball come out at like the last second. I don't understand how that's a completed pass, and I don't really know why Alabama didn't challenge that either. Oh my God. That was almost an interception. That could have been really bad right now. They hand the ball this time straight up the middle and get inside the 20-yard line right now to make the field goal even easier and run some clock off as well. It's under 10 seconds now. I expect them to take a timeout. Wait, they don't have any timeouts. Oh my God, are they really about to sell this game? Hide the ball. What are y'all doing? Y'all could have just won it with a field goal. Okay, last play here. Indiana runs it up the middle, throws it to the end zone, and it's a touchdown anyway. Oh my God. Really thought the simulation was about to do them dirty, but they had a clutch play, touchdown last play instead of a field goal. They end up winning the Rose Bowl and move on to the Final Four team. Then our next game is going to be the 6th-seeded Ole Miss taking on the 3rd seed in Georgia. And at halftime, they are winning by 10 points. Obviously, Ole Miss can come back and try to win this game, but doesn't look like it because we have the same score in the 4th quarter. Georgia scores about 2 or 3 more times and blowing Ole Miss out 30-7. Our next game is going to be very interesting as well. We have the 10th seeded Miami Hurricanes versus the 2nd seeded Ohio State. Now, obviously, Ohio State's big favorites in this one, but Miami was the only team to pull off a big upset in the first round, so maybe they can do it again. At halftime, they are losing, but they can still come back only down by 11 points, 14-3. They need to score inside the 3rd quarter, though, hopefully, but Ohio State is the one that scores. It might be getting out of hand now. Yes, it is. The Ohio State Buckeyes end up winning 21-3. With that game being complete, we now have our Final Four teams. I really don't have anybody I'm cheering for in this one. I mean, I guess Oregon, since they are the biggest underdogs right now. Other than that, I really don't care who wins. I just hope we have good games. And Oregon's going to be in the first game we're hopping into. At halftime, they're actually winning 10-7, up by 3 points right now. Indiana does get a long touchdown, though, so now they are down. Entering the 4th quarter is a 1-score game. The Indiana Hoosiers go down and score a field goal with about a half minute left, so we got to hop in this game. See if Oregon can pull off a miracle. 6 seconds left. This is probably going to be the last play. Steps up in the pocket and ends up getting sacked, so that is going to be game. And the Indiana Hoosiers end up winning this one 17-10 to end up being in the championship game. Oregon was really close to doing it, but they just couldn't pull it off. Find out the other team that's going to be in the championship game. We have a good one on our hands between the 3rd seed and the 2 seed, Georgia and Ohio State. That time Ohio State is winning, but only by 4 points, 7-3. They have the ball going down. They end up getting another touchdown. So Georgia really needs to score right here, but they do not. Ohio State ends up scoring again, and they're going to run away with this one, end up winning 21-3. I know it's kind of boring, but here is our championship game. The number 1 seed Indiana Hoosiers versus the number 2 seed in Ohio State Buckeyes. They just played in the conference championship game as well, and Indiana won, so let's see if Ohio State can get revenge and also be national champions. They are winning 6-3 starting off the second half. The Indiana Hoosiers go down and score a touchdown, so they are up by 4 points and score another one as well, up by 11. Ohio State needs to score right here if they want to stay in this game, and they do score a touchdown. Let's see if they can get a stop. They can get the ball back with about 2.5 minutes left. We have to hop in this game to see what happens. They have it on another 3rd down now, 30-10. Do they play it safe? Yes, they do. Hand it out to the running back. He gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. This is to tie the national championship game up and send it to overtime. The kick is up, and it is good. We have our first overtime game, and what better time to have it in the last game, national championship. Let's get it. Indiana had the ball first, but they're on a 3rd down already. He ends up getting sacked, so they had to take the field goal. Now all Ohio State needs to do is score a touchdown. Their first possession, they end up being champions. It is a touchdown, the very first play, and that will be game. And Ohio State just got a walk-off touchdown in overtime in their first play, and they are now national champions. Wow, what a game, what a playoffs, and what a video we just had. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Congratulations to Ohio State and Ohio State fans out there watching. I'll check you guys out next time. Peace.